Hello, everyone. Kelly Jean Daymeyer here, and I'm the founder of Kelly Jean Wellness. There's a few things that I do. I help women overcome emotional and compulsive eating issues, lose weight the healthy way, and keep it off for a lifetime. I also help people reverse chronic health conditions, everything from digestive disorders to diabetes, or people who are on the edge of diabetes, also adrenal issues or thyroid imbalances. And then I also help women thrive in their, 40 and up. So if they are suffering from perimenopause or menopause issues and have a lot of symptoms, I help them naturally become symptom free and really thrive in their prime. Now, there is this other wonderful demographic that I absolutely love to work with, and that would be the teens, right? Teens, young adults who are very lost in knowing how to eat. Sometimes they end up with eating disorders, or they just simply end up, approaching their diet in a way that they start to become deficient. And so that's the case here with what happened with Ashley, who I have on with me today. Super excited to introduce her to all of you. And if there's anybody out there, if there's a parent, mother or father who hears this interview, we are hoping that, and if you've got a teen or, a child that is really suffering with their nutrition and not knowing how to eat, and they're starting to approach their nutrition in an extreme way, well, we're hoping that this interview is going to be an inspiration to you. And you can always feel free to reach out to me, and I am happy to get on the phone with anybody who wants to have a free consultation with me. You're welcome to reach out to me, and there's the information in this post or in this email on how to reach me. And so what I want to do is talk a little bit about, with Ashley now, about, first of all, Ashley, thank you. Thank you for coming on today.
For having me.
Absolutely. This is so cool that you're doing this, because there's going to be somebody out there your age that's really going to feel inspired by you coming on today and talking about your experience. So
yes, that's the goal.
That is the goal. Absolutely. We're so grateful to you. Now, I find that when I work with teens such as yourself that either have an eating disorder, which, by the way, everyone, that is not her case. She did not have an eating disorder, but that you guys are real high achievers, incredibly brilliant, and super disciplined by nature. You're just like, hell bent on getting your goals met, right? Yes. So it happens, exactly, right? So you can sometimes, take the ball in your hand and start, taking off with it. And all of a sudden, you can spiral out of, then in this case, you just didn't have the information. You just didn't have the knowledge and know what you were doing, right? And so what happened with Ashley was, well, I'll let you go ahead and tell them what happened.
Okay. So I started working out more. So I found that I love like higher intensity workouts and get like the ball moving and stuff. So while I was doing that, I wanted to also change the way I ate too, but I didn't have the proper knowledge. So me looking back at it, I was thinking, oh, fruits and vegetables, I should just eat more of that. So I was cutting out the things that I really need, such as like the proteins, your healthy fats, and everything that you need to be like healthy. And then I lost a tremendous amount of weight. I was at probably around 125, and then I went all the way down to 109, and not a long time too. That was
How quickly did that happen?
3 months maybe.
Wow.
So it was like fast. It went down a lot.
Super fast.
So then I lost my period, and then that was a big like red flag that something was wrong. So like basically I thought I was doing the right thing. However, not having the information, it turned into being the completely wrong thing.
Yes. And then let me ask you this, and that's when I got the call from your mom. She was very, very concerned, as any parent would be, right? This is a scary thing when a parent sees their child losing their health because of how they're eating. And then they feel like, and they don't know how to help them. And so, and so that's a scary thing for any parent. So I am just super excited because there's been so much progress that's happened very quickly with you. But let's talk about when you first started to approach and just go on this journey with yourself, by yourself. Was it did you have some goals in mind regarding your body image? So, because I really want to bring that topic up, because I think a lot of young gals your age are really struggling with, they want to look a certain way, they want to have a certain type of body.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So like I wanted to look toned, and I never wanted to look like I was too skinny. Like I just wanted to be like that perfect balance, like not too muscular yet look like cut out and everything. But then it just went into looking like too skinny. So like that's not what I wanted. So then we're working on building up the muscle.
Yes.
So that's ideally how I wanted to look, like toned, but then it just completely went the other way.
Absolutely. And just to give a little bit of and so we've started to work together now. It's been over a little over a month, and now your body is now gaining weight back again, which is great. However, the first part of our journey here of building you back up again, we did not see a weight gain at first, which is normal. And the reason for that is that, and this is really the topic I want to bring out to young teens and to mothers and fathers, because a lot of times, it's not just the child that doesn't know how to eat, but the world right now is still lost in how to be able to really nourish the body properly. And so blood sugar stabilization is absolutely the number one principle behind everything. You've got to blood sugar stabilize. If you're vegan, you need to blood sugar stabilize. If you are paleo, if you are, eating meat and fish, you need to blood sugar stabilize. And so that's a concept that most people don't understand. They don't know how to bring the fats, carbs, proteins together and eat them in certain ratios at certain intervals. And that's how you accomplish blood sugar stabilization. It's how we are innately meant to eat. As babies, we are breastfed, and the mother's milk is the perfect combo of protein, fat, and carb. And we eat every few hours, right? We're fed. And then all of a sudden we get to be about 6 months or whatever. I never had children, so I don't know what age it is we start to eat solids. But anyway, when that happens, it's like everything gets thrown out the window. The blood sugar stabilizing piece is suddenly disrupted, right? Usually you get carbs on maybe the Cheerios get thrown on the, in front of the baby, or, certain components, parts of those macronutrients, but not all three components brought together, right? And eaten it. So really everything gets distorted, and people are walking around spiking blood sugar, which then spikes brain chemicals, which then spikes hormones. And the other thing that I really want people to understand is that every single thing in our bodies are made from protein and fats. I mean, protein really is the building block of our bodies, right? Your hair, your skin, your cells, your cell membranes, your organs are all made from proteins. It's the building block. Enzymes, immune system, neurotransmitters, right? And so the body, when it's not being given those macronutrients, right, to make more biochemicals, as we use up biochemicals to perform as a human being, we need to make them up. We need to actually make more as we are using up, right? You want the ratio of making biochemicals versus using up biochemicals to be an even ratio. And so what happens is when people are not eating enough, right, and the body will start to catabolize itself. And it's not going to go after the fat. Well, in your case, it went after everything. But normally it will store fat and actually start to eat the lean body mass, right? It'll convert lean body mass, not just muscle, but bone and neurotransmitters and the immune system. It'll start to get what it needs from those very valuable lean body mass structures, right? And so the ovaries will stop producing. It was like the reproductive system is sort of the least important area of the body, and the body knows that, so it will shut that part down, right? Because it's in survival mode at that point. And so that's what happened. So when we started implementing all the meals and snacks, right, and putting those macronutrients together in the certain ratios, wasn't that amazing for you to realize how much food you're able to eat? And still,
I know, it was really surprising, because like you would think that you wouldn't or you shouldn't eat that much, but in the end it's like a lot, and like you feel good like throughout the day. You're not feeling like you're full or like you're hungry. It's like the perfect amount. So by every time you're supposed to eat, you feel good and like you're ready for your meal.
Absolutely. So cool. And what's great is that we didn't see a weight gain at first for the first
year. It took a few weeks.
And that's fine. And I knew what was happening there. And that's why I just honored what was going on with your body. Your body had to start repairing and making more of what it had burned down.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like on the mend, baby. I mean, it was taking all of those nutrients and now it was getting what it needed. And it was like, okay, we got to make more of this over here. We got to make more of that over here. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I already knew what was going on with the body. So it was okay. Right. And then at the 3 or 4 week mark, then we actually added in a 6th, meal. Right.
Yeah.
But if you would have done that up front, you would have been it would have been too much too soon.
Yeah, exactly. From going to eating so little to so much.
Exactly. And so, but you were so on board. You've been so on board and just like 100% dedicated and committed and so fun to coach. And you're reaping the rewards and you're finding out now at a young age, at 16, you are so set up for your future, Ashley. It's incredible.
Yes.
Like that?
So, yeah, exactly. Because it helps me for like live a lifetime and then also to help other people along their journeys.
Yes.
And then just inspire other people and get them the knowledge that they need that they don't have.
And that is a really another great point because I really shared with you that now that you know how to eat this way, be aware that now you're going to recognize around you all of the
for sure.
Is that so some of the things that you've noticed, we talked about, can you tell us a little bit about what you've seen now at school?
Yeah, definitely, especially in lunch, because I never bought from school, so I would always bring. So now especially, like during my lunch period, I'll have a snack, and then when I come home, I'll actually eat my lunch. Mm-hmm. So maybe one day I had apple, walnuts, and turkey roll-ups, and then all the other people around me, they'll be eating like Hershey bars, like a bag of chips, and like a soda all in one. And just what people are eating, like it's a real like eye-opener once we started working together and knowing each component of what you should have in a snack and a meal compared to what other people are doing. You can really see how it's bad for like their health, like their bodies, and their overall like emotions. Because ever since that we started working together, I felt like more like up and lively compared to other. Like I was never really depressed, but like I've wanted to like maybe sit back a few and not necessarily like go all out into things. But now like I can see how like I can feel good and just want to do things more often instead of sit down and not do anything.
So fantastic. Yeah, you're glowing. And what a difference I see in you now versus when we started. You've got that life force now in your body. Your skin is more radiant. You've got the glow happening. And I think you've been feeling, like you said, more energy. And then also you can actually feel, right, the lean body mass starting to build, can't you?
Yes.
It's like an inner strength, right, that you're starting to feel.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And we had to slow down your workouts and you were really good about that because that was like a love. And actually, before we go there, I just do want to go back to that first that what we were just talking about, though. There is a particular gal at school, and then I want to talk about the workouts. But
yeah,
I really want to bring out like what you had talked about with this young gal at school who you watched, who you knew was eating chocolate in the day. And she was not eating meals because she was only saving her appetite for them, and she was trying to lose weight. Or can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. She's always had like that. She's always wanted to lose weight, so she's never really been the skinniest person, but she's not obese either. So she wanted to just get like slimmer, but yet she goes about it the wrong way. So she won't eat the whole entire day. She won't eat breakfast, which is my favorite meal. Like I literally eat such a huge breakfast every morning and it gets me going for the day.
Yes.
And then she doesn't have lunch until 5th period. So she'll be up from like 5 in the morning to let's say 5th period's around 10:15 and not eat a single thing. Yeah, we'll eat a whole Hershey bar and that will be her lunch.
Yes. And that's what she's doing. She's saving calories for that. She's wanting the sugar. Mm-hmm. It's a vicious cycle. And what's happening is, when people do not eat breakfast, it is a setup. Your body is absolutely going to crave. It's going to crave. It's going to crave the glucose for the fuel that it needs immediately, for the, the glucose it needs immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just a vicious cycle. And the body is literally in a state of accelerated aging. It's catabolizing itself. It's going to, it's devastating. It's devastating what is happening, because you guys have such high pressure schedule. It's unbelievable. Like, a lot of you are like even sleep deprived. I had to get your sleep up. You had to really make sure you're getting more sleep. And teens are supposed to be getting 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night. Did you know that?
No,
12 hours of sleep a night are what teens are supposed to be getting. Okay. You guys are getting less than 7, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah, like some nights it could like end up being crazy, like with the amount of homework and everything. Like, I know the other day my sister, she had to go to bed at like 12 o'clock because she had a project, and then woke up at 5 the next day.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And it's just, on top of that, then, eating nothing all day and a Hershey bar, or like you said, sodas and chips and chocolate, and like the body's just not, at least what's happening now is you are being fueled in the ideal optimal way. And so your brain chemicals are on fire. Your hormones are starting to balance now. Your whole body is so supported so that you've got this duration of energy. I'm sure you feel more focused, and your concentration levels in school are so much better, your brain power, all of that. Right. And it's, you're not going to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm not slugging through class anymore. Like, I can actually like sit there, do my notes, and feel concentrated, and not have something on my mind, or not feel like I want to go to bed or anything.
Yes. Food will make or break us, period. It's just, that's the bottom line. It is our foundation. And so at your age, I am so excited that you're doing this. Now let's talk about workouts, because we were just going there. I know you loved Orange Theory, right? That's where you go.
Yeah, that's where I go.
Yeah. And I'm definitely an advocate of Orange Theory if someone's going to do a group type of fitness program. It is one of the most sound approaches. But on the other hand, it's like we needed your body to go into regeneration, right? Mm-hmm. So what we needed to do was really stop those workouts. I let you still just do 1 a week and get you more into restorative yoga.
Yes.
And you did it. You were so willing. You were willing to do that.
Yeah, because I looked at it from like an aspect of what's better for my body, what's better for me, as opposed to what I wanted to do in a way. Because what I wanted to do was focus on rebuilding and getting back to the proper health and being healthy. And then once I get there, then I can work on incorporating the new different things, or even adding another day if I get there, when I get there.
Yes.
How it works.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful example of self-love, self-care. You are learning it at an early age. You are wanting that for yourself. And I am, how great that must feel for you to take care of yourself in this way. How does that feel? How does that feel for you?
It feels good, like being on like this journey from going from like one point to another and like completely transforming. Yeah. I like it a lot, and I want to continue working like that.
That's beautiful. And, being that inspiration again for others around you, and them being able to, you're just a role model. You're just a great role model.
Thank you.
I'm sure that they are attracted to what you're doing, right? Are you finding your friends?
Yeah, especially because this past weekend I was on vacation with my dad's side of the family. So we were at the Jersey Shore, and I have a cousin who's in 9th grade, so she's a freshman. Uh-huh. And she's totally like on the same sort of path, meaning like loving working out, loving or wanting to know like the proper foods. So I could tell that she wasn't eating enough too. So like I would like say like little comments along the way for like breakfast and stuff, like, oh, maybe you should add something else in, because like an apple is not going to be enough for breakfast.
Yes.
So, like, she would kind of see my foods, because she knows how much I love like nutrition and fitness and all of that, and kind of fixate it to her likings.
Yes.
So she's seeing how much I eat in a day, because she would always make comments like, oh, like, I want to do what you're doing. Like, I want to look how you look. And, like, I don't think she really took into account, as, like, I did, like, where I was in her position a few weeks ago, of how much you really should be eating.
Yes.
In order to maintain your weight or to gain weight.
In your case, to gain, but in others, eating this much to lose weight is
Mm-hmm.
also the key. And so I get so many gals in 40 and up that come to me in menopause, and I just want to put that out to all of you there that if you have menopause or perimenopause, this is the key to weight loss. It is the key to weight loss. In her case, we have to gain weight, right? We have to get her to gain weight.
Yes.
But this is also what I do to actually get women to lose weight, because we're putting the body into what's called homeostasis. And so when you blood sugar stabilize, it causes the body to release the excess body fat out of the cells and utilize it as fuel in the blood. That's what it does. And so it's when you start spiking blood sugar levels that causes the body on the upswing to, when you spike the blood sugar, it's going to store fat. And then when you spike your blood sugar, it's inevitably going to drop and you're going to go into glycemia state. And that's going to cause the body to do two things, both store fat as well as then convert your body mass, your lean body mass, into the glucose that it needs immediately. So it's a double-edged sword. If you are blood sugar spiking, which most everybody is, and that means if you're not eating, your macronutrients together in certain ratios at certain intervals, you are causing the body to spike your blood sugar is spiking. And then that is going to be, it's a cascading effect on hormones, brain chemicals. Certainly your weight, you're not going to see the weight loss you want. So this is so powerful because you have now got the tools going forward, and we are now working on getting your period going. We've got the essential oils now, the ones that are great for reproductive. And so we're just giving the body just a little bit of time here, because now we just saw the weight gain, right? You're starting to gain the weight finally, which is fantastic. And we should see you
finally going up.
Yeah, because what did your doctor want to do, right? They wanted to put you on the birth control pill to regulate your period. Is that what they wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to do that with me many, many years ago when I was in my 20s too. And then I'd gone on a very extreme diet as well, lost my period, and then I started shifting things, and then my period started, and I never did the birth control pill. So I was super happy about that. So you've been able to avoid that, and we are going to naturally kickstart your period.
Yes, that was the goal, to do it in a natural way too, because we didn't want to put all the chemicals, that unneeded chemicals, into the body.
No way. So cool. So anyway, Ashley, we could go on and on and on, but I think that we've, hopefully brought out some of the most important topics here that we wanted everybody to know about, understand, feel inspired by. And again, Ashley, is there anything you want to close with?
I think just listening to your body cues and just making sure you're doing what's right for you and not really what anybody else is thinking, and just staying motivated and being determined for it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And you've been just a dream to work with. Thank you for being so coachable. And
thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And everyone, so feel free. You can reach out to me if you have, a daughter or a son who is, very lost in how they are, with their nutrition and having some issues. Whatever it is, you feel free to reach out to me, or if you've got any kind of health conditions that you're dealing with, or you want to lose weight yourself the healthy way and really be able to really make healthy living a lifestyle, feel free to reach out to me. kellyjeanwellness.com. You can visit my website, and there's a way to contact me. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Bye-bye.